Certainly. Well, you can't come off of probably the most trying 2 years so far have been a year ago and this past year, the year before last, because the economy did crater everywhere and it did affect us. This past year was implementing and beginning a number of projects that we were going through. What has been most satisfying in both years is to receive those types of reports from our auditor in that. You know, when he referenced Doug, Kathy, and I as examples of questions, those questions are just that was examples that he used. I mean, his staff questions layers deep of the workforce involved with these different processes, whether they be in different departments or in accounting. The comments that were made about the accounting processes that we have in place have been deliberate and long-term goals of ours that have been very gratifying to hear the terms that were used not only tonight but in our exit interview of how those procedures are handled by our staff, and that is a comment towards the people that we have. And Anita and Kathy are two of the key ones on that, and their staffs as well. But it flows through the whole organization, so that's reassuring. So I can't go through my report without recognizing that. To continue with my report, the police department over this weekend had a major sting, and you'll see the reports of I believe 15 arrests. They recovered a couple of cars, one being stolen, a number of stolen goods and property were recovered in this. A number of cases are going to be put to rest through this effort of this sting over this weekend. More arrests will be forthcoming, but that is another indicator of what happens without being right out there on the forefront. As far as it'll make the news as far as when they are arrested. There's a lot of work that goes into that ahead of time. There's a lot of effort and dedication that goes into building those midnight or 5 a.m. raids that result in these things. Multiple locations, multiple agencies, multiple officers, and those things are going on. It's very positive to see the results of that. There will be a number of cases put to rest on that. And in that same regard, I had an interesting occasion today in talking about my police department. I had an individual come to my office today that I had never met before. He introduced himself to me and he said, I got a ticket for no seatbelt. And I'm prepared to hear his complaint. What his comment was that officer was a gentleman, he was very courteous, he was very polite in his duties, that he wanted to see that his supervisors know that he's doing the right work in the field. He said, I don't know the guy. He gave me his name, but he said, I got pulled over for him, rightfully so, but the way he conducted himself was professional, and I want to pass that along. That is not typical to get in the building to pay a ticket and commend the officer who gave it to me. So that was really a positive step today. Our Christmas tree drop, as we have every year on the east side of Crystal Beach Lake, will be in place again, beginning Wednesday, Thursday this week. It will begin receiving trees for the public to dispose of their live trees if they so desire. And we've talked about the improvements we're making towards the cemetery and the user-friendly aspect of what we were doing in that regard as far as looking up and being able to access those that are buried there. We've talked about, we're going forward with that user center that there for construction and the touchscreen computer, as I've advised you before. But what we are now live with is on the website, in the departments, in the cemetery department, you can actually go in there and put in a name, and you'll find immediately the lot, plot, and grave space of that individual. So that is currently live in the state to help the public in that regard. That's all I have.
Steve?